What's up guys, Adventure Zach here. This is the video that I told you guys I was going to do when I was doing the review videos about the DanMoto Carbon GP exhaust. I went ahead and I fabricated a spark arrestor for it, and I'm going to show you what I actually used. So we come over to the exhaust. You can see there is a pipe in there, spark arrestor, it's even badged. What I did was I drilled a hole through the top of the DanMoto pipe, drilled a hole through the OEM pipe here. What this actually is, this is the factory OEM exhaust spark arrestor. There's a little bit more modification that I'm going to try to do to this, that I think I'm going to do to this. Right now it works perfectly fine. It's nice and tight. So I drilled a hole through the top, drilled a hole into this pipe, threaded a bolt and a nut in there, stainless steel, everything's solid. As you can see, it doesn't move. I mean, I'm moving the whole pipe, barely, it doesn't even move that. It's nice and tight in there. Looks great. Again, there's some minor modification that I think I'm still going to do to that pipe. So very simple to do. As you can see, this is the OEM pipe, and there's 4 8mm nuts on there. You take those out, spark arrestor comes out. Spark arrestor is kind of a square pattern. What I did is I mocked up some of these, just cardboard. What I did was I mocked them up. There's a couple of them right there. And I cut that out. This is the OEM gasket. I'm actually going to try to find a gasket that'll fit on the back of that as well, but it don't really need it, because the nice thing about that is, as I've said before, I didn't install that pipe primarily for performance right now. I primarily installed it to shave the weight and get some sound out of the bike. This OEM pipe is dog crap. It's super heavy, super bulky, super ugly, and your bike is like an electric scooter. It has no noise. So I wanted to mainly get a little bit of noise and shave all of this excess weight off. That was my primary goal. I achieved that. Stuck the OEM Spark Arrestor in there. I know it's going to silence it down some, because now it's working as a silencer and a spark arrestor. I'm perfectly fine with that. It sounds fantastic. Actually, it seems to have killed the sound primarily on idle. So I achieved the additional sound by putting that exhaust on. And again, I did not do that exhaust right now for an additional performance gain. I'm extremely familiar with my bike, and it does feel like it gave it a little bit more low end grunt and some better pull on, throughout the whole RPM range. But you got to remember, that could also have something to do with the weight savings, because the weight savings is significant. That pipe over there is less than 2 pounds in total. This OEM pipe is, I don't even know what it weighs right this second, but it's heavy, it's bulky, it's ugly, it's all of the above. So I took the OEM Spark Arrestor out. Very simple. You take these 3 Allen bolts out, you pop the cap off right here, okay? And then you take these 4 bolts out right here, and then the spark arrestor just slides right out. Super easy. Again, this is on the back of the spark arrestor, just as a gasket. So I mocked up this, and what I did was I actually used this one right here, slid this over the spark arrestor pipe that comes out the end, and I mocked it up and I cut it out, chopped it off, sanded everything down, grinded everything down. Works perfect. Fits inside the pipe nice and tight. Slid the bolt through. Dunsky. Sounds really good. It's a lot quieter on idle, but now that I actually have a spark arrestor, that was my primary goal, was the spark arrestor for that, because I can't ride in forests and things of that nature, or DNR patrols, without having a spark arrestor. So again, once more, this is what it looks like, as you can see from the side. The pipe does stick out a little bit. Again, there's some minor modifications that I think I'm going to do with this. I may cut this tip off and put a tip that's a little bit bigger. I haven't ridden the bike since I've done this. I've just fired it up. I've let it idle. I've gave it some gas. When I do an official ride with it, I'll let you guys know how it sounds from there and how the bike feels from there. Either way, the spark arrestor doesn't weigh anything, so I've still significantly shaved all the weight. The spark arrestor itself it's well under a pound. Well under a pound. I don't know exactly what it weighs, but it didn't really add any weight to the muffler. Still significantly lighter than the OEM pipe. It still has good sound. The idle is a lot lower now since I put this in. And again, I know I'm kind of blocking off the hole, but this was a massive hole, you guys. I'm not running a fuel tuner, anything like that. Again, when I do the fuel tuner, I might chop this tip off right here, see if I gain a little bit more. I'll do it before I do all that, but she still sounds really good while under throttle. Sounds really good while under throttle, at least revving it up when it's sitting still. Again, I'm gonna do a ride for you guys. I'm gonna let you guys know how it sounds, but it was super, super simple to do. Cut the circle, drilled the holes, bing, bang, boom, slid right into the end of this pipe, solves your spark arrestor issues. And again, it's really nice because it still is badged right there as the OEM Spark Arrestor. So if they want to go ahead and read it, the spark arrestor numbers and all that is right on the end of that. Everything looks legit, looks professional, looks like it came from the factory like that. Looks like the pipe came from the warehouse, shipped, being able to support a spark arrestor. Doesn't look out of place. I don't think it looks stupid with this pipe inside of here. Some may say, oh, that looks kind of stupid, but most exhaust systems do have a pipe coming out the tip, so it doesn't look stupid. If that other hole was big or whatever, it would look kind of weird, but it doesn't look out of place. It's got the bend in it. I lined it up nice and straight. The letters are perfectly straight, not upside down. The bend is even with the pipe pretty much. Doesn't look bad. I could always cut this, make it flush with this pipe. I may do that. I may not do that. We'll see. Other than that, though, guys, I wanted to give you that update. Got the spark arrestor in. If you guys have any questions on what I did, you guys want any additional photos on anything that I did with it, you know, let me know in the comments section below. I'll go ahead and I'll take some photos of it. I'll even take some photos of everything that I mocked up, that I marked up, show you guys how I did that. Once I do take this out on an official ride, I'll let you guys know how it sounds, how it feels, if it feels any different, how it sounds while I'm actually running down the road, while on throttle, in gear, all the good stuff like that. Other than that, though, guys, Adventure Zach is out. Please like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Peace.